Do you feel like that same Mohanlal who started his career? Do you get the butterflies still in the stomach, and do you feel excited before a film releases?
I'm having butterflies now itself on the stage. It's a beautiful journey of 47 years. And to make a film like this is not an easy thing. We call it as pan-Indian, but this is a real pan-Indian film. We tried to make it a pan-Indian film long back called 𝗙𝗍𝗍 𝗙𝗵𝗃. It was our production. So it was our dream to make a film like this. And finally, Prithviraj, thank you, Prithi, for making a wonderful, it's a magic. This is not a film, actually, this is our sweat and blood. And we have come out with a trilogy, and we started with Lucifer, and this is Empuraan, and we'll come out with another film. And I don't know what to speak more about this film because I think our film will speak to you. Yeah.
You've worked in all the languages जिसमें ये film release हो रही है अभी. The Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada. And now to have a film that's being released in all these languages must give you a big high, right?
That was our dream, like to associate with all the actors. And we want to make a film like that, like Ocean 11 or something like that. All the actors, top actors together. The top means it's in a different aspect. Like people should meet and we should make wonderful films. We can make unbelievable films. India can make. And this is like a gate crash for us. We are trying to come out with something big from our state. Entity-wise, it was Kerala. They call it as a small industry, but we have done so many things. Like a couple of times I've told this, we made the first CinemaScope, process 70mm, 3D, first co-production, and now first IMAX from Malayalam. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you to the audience. Thank you to the people who are going to watch the film, because the kind of reception for this film is unbelievable. We did a teaser launch in New York, in Times Square. People are waiting to watch this film. This film has got a magic, and let the Almighty decide the rest of the thing.
The Almighty was known to have come in the midnight hour, and so did this movie. Yesterday, the trailer had to be launched forcibly online. The madness and the craze of the fans. Do you ever go online and read वो क्या कह रहे हैं आपसे, and what do they want to share with you for the excitement of the movie? Have you read ever? Do you actually go online?
We used to watch the film. I want to watch this film with the audience. So we are going to watch this film on 27th, early morning, 6 o'clock. Yeah, in Cochin. Yeah. We have to, definitely we have to respect the audience also.
Yeah.
So it's a great moment for us also to watch a brilliant film like this with the audience. Thank you.
So grateful that you're here amongst us in Mumbai City. I am going to move on to somebody who shocked us with his transformation. I don't know, Prithviraj, what to say to you, except that cinema has always taken a step ahead from the Malayalam world when it comes to Sir, and now you, with all the endeavors that you take. Can we all put our hands together for him taking us to Oscars? Never happened before. In Best Film category, it was there for the first round. What an amazing film. And I'm taking this moment to share that we really, really were immersed in that world. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just the weight of doing a film of this magnitude with somebody who is 𝗔𝗀𝗀 himself. Just asking you, does that give you the jibbies? I know this is the third time आप उनको direct कर रहे हैं, but is it a very big responsibility for you, and has it eased down over the 3 films, or has it gotten tougher आपके लिए?
Directing a film is never easy. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of decision making. It's constant, thought process on putting together a giant film, especially when you're doing something like this. But when we got together and decided that we are going to follow the huge success of Lucifer with a second part to what has always been conceived as a trilogy by Mr. Murali Gopi, the writer sitting here, I knew deep down that for the second part of the franchise, the ideation and the conception that I had in mind is going to be extremely challenging to pull off as just a Malayalam film. Because the scale at which we have attempted this and the canvas against which the story needs to be told is really the deep end of the waters for our industry. We have not tried to do something like this before. So there is nothing for us to fall back on. Very much like 𝗙𝗍 𝗪𝗏, like Sir did so many years ago. We really didn't have a precedent to look upon and learn what could go wrong or what is the right way to do it. We didn't know. I remember 2022, I think, I flew to Sir's office in Dubai, and that's where I gave him my first narration of this film, of Empuraan. And 50% of my heart was telling me, he's going to listen to the narration. My producer, Mr. Anthony Perumbavoor, is also there. And they're going to very politely tell me, listen, fantastic, great to be dreaming like this, but you'll have to let go of this one because it's not going to be possible. But as soon as I finished the narration, he told me, we are doing this, now let's go for dinner. So that confidence is what really spurred me on. And then I remember all through the dinner, it was me reminding him, but you realize, right? I mean, this is like, you so I kept telling him, but you realize this, I need to travel to 6 countries. I said, yeah. And this is like this, yeah. And we have the sequence where there's, the helicopter, that. And he said, yeah. So the confidence that himself and Mr. Anthony Perumbavoor gave me is the reason why we are all sitting here today. Secondly, see, with people like Mr. Gokulam Gopalan backing us, thankfully Malayalam cinema is today at a place where we can think of big budgets and big canvases because people like him who are truly passionate about cinema, right from, I don't know if you know of a film called 𝗙𝗪𝗏 with the great Mammootty sir leading it. Mr. Gopalan used to think of films like that back then, which was again unheard of in Malayalam in terms of its budget, its scale. But he used to do it because he believed in it with conviction and he truly loved cinema as an art form and a medium. So budgets are now maybe accessible for us with people like him backing projects like these. Where we used to fail, I believe, as an industry is in setting up a structure where we can then bring our cinema to people across the country and across the world. Malayalam always has had an illustrious heritage of making fantastic cinema, but I think we were lacking, and I've said this to my friends in the Mumbai media before, where we were lacking is our ability to properly go through an exhibition network and bring it to theaters across the country and across the world, which has been evolving at a frenetic pace, thankfully, recently, which is where people like my dear friend, Mr. Anil Tadhani, comes into the equation, because he has one of the strongest distribution networks in the country, and thanks, Anil, again, for that one midnight phone call from me, and just saying, yeah, okay, Prithvi. And, I promise that Malayalam cinema will now continuously be bugging you. But it's really kind of him to show the kind of faith that he has in this film and in me. And, it means a lot to us that when we make a film with such aspirations from one part of the country, and we dream of being able to take it to every corner of the country and the world, that distributors like himself, like companies with such heritage like AA Films, then put their conviction on us and throw their weight behind us and tell us, now, let's go all out. That's what really matters. That's been the change, actually. That's where we have really sort of started flourishing as an industry. So there is Anil for North, there's very dear friends of mine, 𝗏𝗏 for Karnataka, and Gopalan sir is distributing it himself in Tamil Nadu. And Andhra Telangana, again, a close friend of mine, Mr. Dil Raju, is distributing it. And in Kerala, of course, we have the market leaders, 𝗙𝗪𝗏 Cinemas. And across the world, from the UAE GCC to North America to Europe to Asia Pacific, we have managed to tie up with absolutely top-rated, top-of-the-line leading distributors to bring this film to theaters across the world. So I really hope that this becomes a very accessible piece of cinema for everyone around the world. And if that is indeed the case, and if this will then go on to hopefully do well and set a benchmark, this could be the beginning of a lot of things for Malayalam cinema, which in turn would mean a lot of things for our overall aspiration of eventually amalgamating into this giant Indian film industry. So let's hope we're on the right direction.
That's beautiful, but what you see as a vision and how you've actually taken it every step at a time beautifully. After GOAT, it must have been a challenge because physically you were actually nurturing an injury and you had the physicality of your own involvement in this one. How did you toy it all? And I believe the love of fans is what has helped you through.
So, yeah, I mean, just before beginning to shoot this film, I was wrapping up another film as an actor. And I got seriously injured while shooting an action sequence. And I had to go through a really complicated knee surgery. And anyone who's done a complex ACL, meniscus, PCL surgery will know that the rehabilitation recovery process is quite complex and it's very challenging on your mind, especially for someone like me who's very physically active and out there and very busy. It's very challenging. So I was at my rock bottom, and I truly believe the reason why I'm back at 100% today is because I forced myself to start shooting this film. And guess what? The first schedule we shot at minus 12 degrees Celsius at 12,300 feet above sea level in Ladakh. No oxygen, bitingly cold, and one of the most challenging sequences to pull off for the entire film. But I think what happened was when I started shooting the film and I got involved with it, it really sort of pulled me through and it kept me motivated and it kept me wanting to go back to set, and I was really thrilled about what was happening in front of me on the monitor. So I think I should really thank Mohanlal sir, my producers, and the fact that this film happened at that particular time, because it really helped with my rehabilitation, I think. It was like my personal doctor. Yeah.
It was the boost that you needed to feel like the magic of being behind the camera to direct, sir.
Yes.
Tell me honestly, do you still feel like the fanboy, you know, directing him, being an absolute legend of an actor yourself, just to see that magic unfold in front of the camera when you're seeing him there?
I can promise you, there really isn't a Malayali who's not a Mohanlal or a Mammootty fan. Yeah, I mean, there really isn't. So these two gentlemen are no longer just actors or stars for us. They are deeply ingrained into our systemic cultural thinking. So for any Malayali, yeah, I mean, we might just sit across a coffee table and argue about who's better. Oh no, he does comedy better, he does that better, he does this better. But these two guys, we love them. And there really isn't a Malayali who'll go back and say that I'm not a fan of Mammootty and Mohanlal. We all are.
You have traveled the length and breadth of this world to get the right places. I believe you did the recce yourself. What has been a favorite spot? You actually went there, saw what you wanted. आपके लिए कोई एक favorite जगह रही है, and that memory that you want to share with us?
I mean, I'm not going to claim that I did it all by myself. I had a wonderful team. My team of assistants and my production design team, my cinematography team. I've said this before. The team that worked with me in Lucifer and the second part of Lucifer, which is this film Empuraan, I honestly, truly believe is a team that is good enough to pull off a project of any magnitude in any industry, in any place in the world. So I'm lucky, I'm blessed to have a team that backs me that way. And for this film, I was especially lucky to have a group of wonderful actors who understood my film, who understood what Murali is written, who comprehended each moment of the character arc themselves, and gave me absolutely stunning performances. A lot of them are sitting here. Abhimanyu and Shubhangi, Nikhat, so many of them, Aishwarya, so many of them are sitting here. Behzad, all these guys, I don't know how, I'm assuming these guys are familiar to you because they're all from the Hindi film industry. But I'm going to put my head out there and say that I'm proud of the fact that a lot of these guys, if they ask them which is your best performance over the last few years, I think they might pick this film because they're all that good in the film. So yeah, I was blessed with a wonderful team. But yes, when we set out to do this film, I was very particular that I'm not going to make this a green mat film. I will not make this a studio film. I had decided long back that I'm not going to have my actors stand in front of a green mat and shoot the scenes like that. And that's one of the first things I told Mohanlal sir also, that I want to go to real locations, actual filming locations, and capture everything in real. So which then meant that because of how the film is written and because of how the story traverses, I had to spend a very long time in finding these locations, which took me almost 2 years of traveling across the world. If I had to pick one favorite location of all that I shot this film in, I think both sir and me, we loved Santa Fe in New Mexico. We shot quite a few elaborate sequences in the US. And of all the locations in the US that we traveled to, I think Santa Fe in New Mexico was very, very inspiring for a filmmaker because that's how the place looks. Plus, yeah, I mean, that's very close to the Oppenheimer site. So Oppenheimer had just released, or was about to release, and all the hype was about that film when we landed in Santa Fe. So we got to go around and see the place and all that. So that's a memory that I'll carry.
Thank you so much. I'm going to move on to our producer, sir. 𝗙𝗀𝗀𝗪 how happy are you with the production of this mega film, the biggest one coming from Kerala, sir? Please tell us, how do you like the production of the film? How is the product looking to you? 𝗙𝗀𝗀𝗪?
Welcome, all of you. I believe in God. God is blessing me and so many angles. For me, God is everything in the universe which tends to produce a fine personality. In this subject also, I got a chance to present my personality because I love Mr. Mohanlal and Prithviraj and other all people, including Manju and all actors, and including Mr. 𝗙𝗵𝗶𝗹. As far as so many, 2 years back, we discussed with 𝗙𝗵𝗶𝗹 when we are discussing all about the cinema and all. But last moment, I failed to join this joint. Last moment, so what I told you that I believe in the God. Last time, these people told me to join this production, and I joined. Definitely, I believe this picture must be a very glorious and very famous throughout the world, I believe. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And we are so proud that you are making the medium to actually get these stories out there in a big way. I'm going to move on to 𝗙𝗪𝗀. 𝗙𝗪𝗀, you want to tell us to be in the company of your brother? आप बचपन में fight करते थे. What was it like? And now you're going to be on the set.
बहुत ज़्यादा. No, we have worked in a lot of films together as actors, and 𝗙𝗪𝗀 was my first film with him as a director-actor combination. It was wonderful working with him, and I've always spoken in my interviews. He's one person who's got very good clarity about what he wants to do, what he wants out of his actors. And him being an actor himself, he's very specific about how an actor should talk, walk, behave. So which means, he's very communicative with the actors. So in a way, it's quite easy for the actors to just operate what he says. And it's been a wonderful journey from 𝗙𝗪𝗀. Like he mentioned, there's a trilogy. We have 3 parts, so this is the second one. So 𝗙𝗪𝗀 was probably like an extended cameo because the number of scenes I had was very less, but then I'm doing a lengthier version in this one, and I hope it's going to be even bigger in the next one.
So excited for that. And like I've been saying, writers are the reason that we can celebrate a great film. I just genuinely want to know, आपने इतने amazing scripts लिखे हैं मुरली. I'm going to ask you quickly, in this one, what was the challenge? Because like 𝗙𝗀𝗀 sir said that it's presenting God in a way, and the story is just of a huge magnitude. Was it tough for you, especially because you have to challenge yourself from the success of the first?
Good afternoon. I'm actually at a great loss of words when I'm asked to speak at pre-release functions like this, because it is like mothers talking about their children. So I would just say this. I hope it is safe to say that many of you present here, if not all of you, have seen the first part of this movie, first part of this franchise. So that is the baseline of what we are going to see here as this film. That provides the baseline for all that is going to happen in this franchise with this film and the conclusive part of this franchise. So I just hope it's going to be a great experience.
Oh, he is choking up on his words. This is so emotional, I think, for you. Thank you so much for doing what you do and to the depth at what you do it.
Thank you.
Because I think it's the toughest part to put it out in paper and then for it to translate the way it does.
Yeah, it's very tough to talk about this, especially as a writer.
Kind of you to share some words. Nevertheless, somebody who is like a phoenix, Manjari, I'd met you earlier, and I just want to say you are resplendent and aglow with your powers and energies of just your presence. Let's just clap to that spirit
Thank
that
you,
made such a
Archana. You're very
fantastic
sweet.
comeback. And with everything from your dance to your legacy of acting, please tell us, what does it mean to be part of this with the greats?
Hello, everyone. Sitting here, I can't think of any other emotion than gratitude. Being part of a good film is any day a pleasure, but when it is such a good, this film, a film with such grandeur, such style, such anticipation, it's a total different, a whole different level of excitement is happening inside me. I just have to thank Mr. Prithviraj and Mr. Murli for trusting me with Priyadarshini, and of course Shri Anthony and Shri Gopalan sir and the wonderful cast and crew for making this film look like what you're seeing it now. And I really hope everyone loves the film while watching it, and it's going to be a great experience watching this film in theaters.
What I love about your film trajectory is that you actually played his biggest fan in a movie called Mohanlal, and then you're here, like standing
Yes.
up against him with all this power and might.
Yes, of course. Working with Lalaton is any day a blessing for any actor. So I have been blessed to have worked with him in few films, and I can proudly say that most of my appreciated, noted, and loved performances and roles have been with him. So I should thank him for the amazing space that he has given me as a co-actor. It's any day a blessing, and I would never be satisfied with the number of films that I get to do with the mega legend like Lalaton.
You shine in your own fine way, but do your people back home say, wow, she's shooting with the Mohanlal and the Prithviraj? Does that happen to you even now? Because, you know, he's loved and respected at that level.
Of course, yeah. But I think I am even more excited than anybody that I know.
Thank you so much. And moving on to my dear friend from Mumbai, Anil, for you, you have smashed it. You're the Sachin of distribution here with the South. What is this love affair and what is this beautiful synergy that you've managed and, you know, done so well?
So on the onset, I'll just like to say that this is a big fan moment for me. I've never worked with Mohanlal sir. This is my first association with him, and I'm truly honored. And I'd like to thank Gokulam sir, Anthony sir for giving me this opportunity. And of course, Prithvi, this is my third film with him, and I just hope that this combination is third time lucky. And I actually woke up early in the morning to see the trailer online, and I just feel that the trailer that I saw in the morning is like a teaser to what I just saw. And Prithvi, you just raised the bar for, I think, the entire Indian film industry. And thank you for this opportunity.